Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good Tuesday afternoon as we welcome you here to Monett, Missouri. We get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the 10-3 Seneca Indians versus the 6-3 Monett Cubs. I'm Ben Walcott, joined here shortly by Coach Daryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And just off the top, just wanting to let you know today is an audio-only broadcast. Wi-Fi not the greatest out here in Monett, so had to make that switch from video to audio only here this afternoon. It should be a good one here between these two teams. These two teams met up once already this season in the Monett tournament. Monett came away with the victory by a final score of 9-3. We'll go ahead, take our first time out of the afternoon, come back with the preview of the matchup here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Historians will probably call this present era in the Western world that we're living in the age of anxiety.
Billy Graham.
This generation is dying not from external pressures, but from internal combustion. In other years, men feared death. Today, they seem to fear life. God has never promised to remove our troubles, problems, and difficulties, but God has promised His peace, a sense of assurance and security in the midst of trouble and conflict. What we need to do is to get our eyes on Christ, idolize Him, worship Him. He will never fall nor fail. Be that kind of a follower of Christ. And you can say with Paul, for me to live is Christ. His grace, His peace, His assurance, His security will be mine.
It's easy to let troubles distract you from the joy and peace that Jesus offers. We can help you get your focus back on Jesus. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net or the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, we had some weather this morning, some much needed rain here in the 4-state area. It kind of breezed through 7, 8 o'clock in the Neosho area. Was done really by 9 o'clock in the morning in the Neosho area. And really, this is a natural grass. They actually are getting turf. We're thinking it'll happen next year, but right now, natural grass and dirt, and it really likes it to absorb the water well here this morning into this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been dry. I mean, if you get any rain on this ground at all, I mean, the ground wants to soak it in. So and then when the sun come out and the wind came up a little bit, I thought, well, there's no trouble here. I mean, they'll have this field in great shape, and it is in good shape.
Yeah, and on top of that, too, going into the week, I think basically until yesterday, it looked like there was a chance of thunderstorms here today, but that kind of has been pushed to the overnight hours and maybe a little bit of rain tomorrow. But, any rain you can get, you can need. But at the same point, you love to get these games in because you're getting to the point in the season where you're having 3, 4, 5 games, and it's hard to make up games.
Yeah, it's hard to find spots to make them up in, and then the weather gets worse. We've had a dry spring, and we haven't had a whole lot of rain. If they had one storm out there, everyone's going to play Gravett, and I think Reed Springs got some rain, on their grass field, and we couldn't play. But other than that, I mean, you're constantly – everybody knows baseball season. The kids all know it. It's here's the schedule, but it's kind of tentative because everything changes.
Yeah, and I mean, these two teams have met once before. You were here for that game. It was the Monett tournament. It was a tough tournament for Seneca. They went 1-2. That's where 2 of their 3 losses are. But this Monett team won the district last year, 1-0, had a no-hitter. And talking to the Monett guys, that guy that threw the no-hitter last year is actually at Southern this year. But, they're going to want to defend their crown. And then they lost to CJ as well. CJ, another very good team, and Monett, it's their own tournament. It's something that they wanted to win, and they were able to pull it out.
Yeah, they like I said, Monett's a good ball team. They're very well coached, and they got some kids that love to play baseball. I mean, it's to me, it's amazing how many kids they can come out to have baseball, and then how many few that come out for football. They're struggling right now on the football end of the things, but baseball's always been solid here.
Should be a good one between these two teams. They're 6-3. They have not had nearly the schedule that Seneca has had so far, but Seneca has played in basically 3 tournaments, whereas Monett only has their 1 tournament here so far. So, but it's the Big 8 West opener. Both these teams looking to start off Big 8 West play with a win.
Well, there's no doubt about that this game right here has major implications on district, and everybody knows it, and those two know it, and I think that these two coaches know that these two teams are probably the better ones in the district.
Yeah, and that was something I was going to mention in a little bit is just Seneca has wins over everybody in the district except for Monett. So. Cassville has the second shot at Seneca on Thursday. They've already beat East Newton twice, but East Newton will have another shot here in the regular season at some point. But, this game here could very well decide who that number 1 seed will be in the district tournament in about a month.
Well, you've got tournament games and that sort of thing, many games in a row, but your designated conference game that holds so much more precedence over just a regular tournament game. If you can win this game, then you will have the top deal on the seeding.
Go ahead, take a timeout, come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half-priced, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back. Seneca 10-3 on the year. These two teams met up about 2 weeks ago in that Monett tournament. Monett won 9-3. Drew started that game. He went about 3 innings and was able to keep Monett off the board. But you think it was a pitch count issue, tournament-wise, try and keep him eligible for some other stuff. And he had to come out of the ball game, and Monett was able to score 9 off of the couple of relievers that Seneca brought in.
Well, they played good defense, and Drew pitched well. What happened was, they bring Ian Heffernan, and Ian did a great job pitching. Don't get me wrong here. But the strike zone for that umpire was maybe different than what he's been seeing. And he has to learn how to adjust to the strike zone, whatever the umpire is behind the plate. That's a strike zone. Doesn't matter what you think or anything else. That's the strike zone, and he's got to learn that. And it was a good learning experience for Ian. And he pitched at Stratford and did very well.
And that was a very big win for the Indians. It was a game that was picked up late. And going into that game, Stratford only had 1 loss on the year, and Seneca was able to beat them 6-3. Monett played Stratford yesterday at Stratford, and they lost 15-2. I don't know if you can really take anything compared to a Friday to a Monday, but 6-2, 6-3, and then 15-2 is a little bit different. So
well, Jagger pitched well up there at Stratford, kind of kept him off balance, and he did a great job. They played great defense. Here's the key: they played good defense behind him. Only made maybe a couple errors, maybe one mental error. But they played great defense behind him. They made plays when they had to. Stratford had to get kids on base, and they had kids in scoring position. But we would always come up and make the play when it needed to be made, whether it be in the outfield, whether it be on the infield.
Seneca and Monett obviously match up a lot, due to being in the Big 8 for a long amount of time. Seneca's looking to snap what would be a 7-game losing streak to this Monett team. Last time they beat them was actually in 2021 in the Bill O'Dell tournament. Before that, conference-wise, you have to go back a long ways. It was 2013 the last time they beat them in conference, and that was 6-5. And so, the Seneca team is hungry to try and pull out a win here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's very simple. These two are the best. two of the best. Monett is very well coached. They got some good kids that can play. They hit the ball well. You're going to have to play tough. Monett usually will not beat themselves. You have to beat them, play pitch count well. You have to be able to play defense well, solid, hit the baseball, score some runs. You've got to play to beat Monett.
Go ahead, take a timeout, come back with the starting lineups after this. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Modern man does not like to think of God in terms of wrath, anger, and judgment. He likes to make God in his own idealism and give God the characteristics he wants him to possess.
So, what's so bad about that? Well, Billy Graham explained.
This modern God has the attributes of love, mercy, and forgiveness, but without justice. This means an absence of judgment and punishment for sin. To have meaning, man's life must be based upon law and a lawgiver. The Bible teaches that God is going to judge man. Today, Christ is our lawyer, our Savior, willing to forgive and to cleanse and forget. Secondly, you must receive Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you can receive him right now and trust him.
If you'd like to know more about that, go to findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
At First Community Bank, we understand the importance of choice. That's why we offer our Community Choice checking account with you in mind. Say goodbye to monthly service fees and hello to free money with rewards and interest payments. Open a Community Choice checking account with First Community Bank and earn up to $100 in rewards. Make the right choice today. Visit firstcommunity.net. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for complete details.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for the Seneca Indians, who come in at 10-3 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second is the center fielder, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 0, Cade Johnson. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 21, Hagen Ginger. Batting fifth and doing the pitching, number 8, Grant Houchin. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 33, Caden Klaus. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 16, Colton Curtis. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 3, Brant Laughlin. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 25, Ryan Owens. Head coach Chris Yost, assisted by David Sherwood, and I forget the Cannon Vermillion. Thank you.
Yep.
You didn't even have to say anything.
No, you got it out.
Now the starting lineup for the Monett Cubs, who come in at 6-3 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 10, Miles Young. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 4, Alex Huntress. Batting third and playing center field, number 28, Aiden Clapper. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, number 15, Evan Witt. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 9, Braden Sandrowski. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 18, Colin Umfleet. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 19, Michael Privet. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, number 20, Tucker Anderson. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 16, Landon Brandt. Their extra player is Dylan Washik, who will be the first baseman for them here this afternoon. Seneca will be in the road uniforms, the road white pants, blue tops, white and red trim with white numbers. Monett in the purple and gold. You have the white pants, purple and gold tops with white numbers. Here this afternoon, we will take a timeout for the anthem. Come back with first pitch after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is,
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Hi, this is Jamie Langford with Langford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local area, and we're also proud to support the Seneca High School Pride Marching Band. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
And we welcome you back as it is cloudy here in Monett, but not bad temperature-wise. 67 degrees here in Monett, Missouri at Monett North Park. As we get set for action, Seneca will have the 3 of Wilson, Sherwood, and Johnson to lead things off here in the top of the first. Then it goes Ginger, Houchin, and Klaus, and finally Curtis, Laughlin, and Owens. Monett looks like this in the field. Umfleet in left, Clapper in center, and in right field is Brandt. Left to right in the infield, you have Privet at third, Young at shortstop, Sandrowski at second base. At first base is Washik with a battery of Evan Witt catching Alex Huntress, and those are the 2 seniors on this year's Monett squad looking for repeat back-to-back district championships. Seneca looking to mess that up. I believe, if I remember correctly, Matt County won the Big 8 West last year.
Yeah, I believe so. They had a pretty good ball team.
But Monett will be a force to be reckoned with. Seneca, obviously, and then Nevada will also have a big say who wins the Big 8 West this year. I think it's a 3-horse race between those 3 teams, but as been proven throughout the years, anybody can win on any given day.
Any given night, just something happened. You hit the baseball where they're not, just like when we played Carthage. We hit the baseball exactly where Carthage wasn't. And if you can just do that a few times and that makes some runs and stuff, it's not that the pitcher's pitching's bad. It's just you just you make a couple errors, you make a few walks, you hit a few. Everything can change in a game.
It says it's 67 degrees here at first pitch as Jagger Wilson gets ready to get things underway here from North Park.
It's a perfect day for baseball. Absolutely perfect.
The only question I may have a little bit of is with the cloud cover for the outfielders, will that cause any issues?
I don't think so. I think you actually see the ball better sometimes.
As Wilson digs in, and here comes pitch number 1 from Huntress. Pops it up foul. I don't know if it's in play, and it looks like it went out of play. It counts 0-1. We're sitting above the Monett dugout on the third base side, so anything here on this third base side, we're going to have a hard time seeing if it goes out of play or not.
Yeah, it's tough seeing down here. At the very end of the left field line, it's tough to see.
So here comes the 0-1 from Huntress, and I think that was in there for a strike. And the count 0-2. It was a little bit higher. It was still in the strike zone, though.
Yeah, I think he threw a breaking ball high and just dipped down at the end.
That fastball stays high, and the count's now 1-2. First pitch was at 4:30, and 67 degrees here. As here comes the 1-2, and he just is able to stay ahead of that breaking ball and get a piece, maybe a changeup.
Well, Jacker does a good job. I don't think it really bothers that much to have 2 strikes on him. He does a good job putting the bat on the ball. He can battle up there is what he's been proving this year.
As the count is 1-2 here on Wilson, and he swings at the high fastball for out number 1. So 1 out here as Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. So 1 out here in the inning as nobody on, and Sherwood has the ball skate by him, so the count's 1-0.
Little inside.
So 1-0 the count here, as here comes the 1-0 from Huntress. That pitch is hammered down the left field line, but the left fielder out there. Umfleet is not able to grab it, and going into second is Drew Sherwood. As it's an error out there by Umfleet, and a runner on second for Seneca as Cade Johnson will come to the plate. So runner in scoring position here, as that one was skied in the air and Umfleet just unable to grab it. So maybe a little bit of a gift of a base runner for the Indians as Sherwood out in second.
Well, see if we can take advantage of that. I mean, we got to take advantage of their errors in order to beat Monett.
So first pitch was low, so the count's 1-0 on Johnson. As here comes the 1-0 from Huntress. After a long look, and he's going to step off. Either didn't like the sign or Sherwood was a little farther away than he appreciated.
Every time that second baseman takes a step back, Drew would take a step closer to third. He's trying to get the shortstop move in.
As that pitch is low for a ball, so the count now 2-0. Newmac Electric, Bader's Pharmacy, ProLou Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-0 the count on Johnson, and now he can look for something. As that 2-0 pitch is ripped where the shortstop was, they're going to send Sherwood home. We'll see. There's a play at the plate. They cut it off. Probably a good decision there by Monett to cut it off as the run comes in and score. It's an unearned run, but an RBI for Cade Johnson, and Seneca has an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, the last time they got up there, they had 2 runs in the first inning, I think. Got up 2-0, but let's see if we can't continue this and see if Hagan can put the bat on the ball right here.
As Ginger will come to the plate, and they took advantage of the error, but the other thing, you talk about how fundamentally sound this Monett team is, they hit the cutoff guy, because you don't hit the cutoff guy and throw it home. Johnson's
on second. Yeah, absolutely. You minimize the damage that way. They're going to score, minimize the damage.
So here comes the 1-0. That ball is poked out into left center field and down for a hit. So runners on first and second, so back-to-back hits after the error. And runners are at first and second for Seneca as Grant Houchin will try and help his own cause.
I was going to say, well, some of the it surprised me that Cade Johnson is one of the most aggressive base runners we have. And He held up at second. Of course, Coach held him up. But
well, I mean, also left center field.
Yeah.
The ball's in front of you. You can kind of see what's happening.
I figured he would take off from first base and try to steal, but
So here comes the first pitch to Houchin, and that is in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. Houchin has an 0-1 count on him. Huntress trying to limit the damage here for Monett.
see if he can help his cause right here.
As
Grant's been hitting the ball well.
Comes the 0-1, and that is in there for a strike. Counts 0-2, and now you have to battle and protect.
Yep.
So 0-2 the count. Oh, 1-1 the count. I thought
it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was 0-2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we think it's 0-2. So here comes the pitch, and that's low. So
They'll signal it.
I'll see if they signal.
I believe the umpire said it's 1-2.
It is 1-2,
Yeah.
so we were correct.
Yeah.
Yes. 1-2 the count here on Houchin. Huntress looking for a second punch out. Houchin trying to get an RBI, swings and just foul tips
Just
it.
tipped it, yeah.
As he's able to stay alive. He was way ahead, but able to get a piece.
A little breaking ball that dove in the dirt. But like I said, if you think it's going to be close, you've got to get a piece of it. Get up there and battle. He'll throw one in your strike. He'll throw one in your zone if you battle it off enough.
1-2 the count. Here comes another 1-2 from Huntress after a long look. Popped foul and sneaks out of play. So Houchin doing what you need to do in battling.
Mm-hmm.
The count will remain 1-2. Campbell Bettlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Marine Center Incorporated, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Well, it's not only he's battling, but he's running the pitch count up too.
So the 1-2 is high, and so now the count 2-2. Yeah, that's the other thing, especially with the senior. You get, I think it's 105, maybe 110, and
yep.
You know, that's what cost Seneca in the district championship game last year. Houchin had to come out earlier than Monett's pitcher, and that was the difference in the game.
Yep.
2-2 count here on Houchin. 2-2. Breaking ball is popped in the air. See if the infield fly rule is in effect.
Should be.
It is. They did not call it. Catching it there in foul territory is Sandrowski. It was very near the line. I don't know if he was quite in foul territory or not. And there's 2 down now for Caden Klaus. Not too much wind out there today. A little bit, not compared to what we had last Thursday in Seneca.
It's a great day for baseball.
So Caden Klaus comes to the plate here now. Seneca needing a 2-out knock. So the first pitch is low and outside for a ball, so the count's 1-0. The error came back to bite Monett. See if Seneca can add on here. 3 straight base runners, but the foul out has 2 outs now. As here comes the 1-0, and that's fouled back to the backstop, and the count's 1-1.
Good cut by Caden that time. He was on it, just a little low.
So 1-1 the count here. This complex here, you got a couple softball fields that we are privy to in the fall, and then the baseball field over here as well. As here comes the 1-1, and that is a high strike, and the count's 1-2. Hit the top of the zone. Looked like a changeup maybe.
Could have been.
Something off speed. I know that.
It was off speed. I couldn't really change up, or they threw a high curve that dove in, but.
Counts 1-2 here on Klaus.
I'd be looking for a high fastball again just because I don't think he wants to.
And there it is. And it's a little too high. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think he threw it higher than he wanted to, but I think he wanted to throw that high ball just because, see if he get Caden to chase it up high.
So 2-2 the count. If you can get one more ball, you would get your runners in motion. So the 2-2 pitch is hit towards the left side. The shortstop, a long throw, and Caden beats it.
Good hustle by Caden Klaus.
That is an infield single there for Klaus. The bases are now loaded. Young, a long throw. He was able to get there. I don't know if he would have had a play against Ginger at second, but, you know, he had a long throw, and Klaus beat it by half a step.
Well, he was trying to hold the kid on second base a little bit, so he's shading second. when the ball's hit up the left, where the shortstop normally plays. So he had a long way to go to his right to backhand it and then throw it. It's a tough play.
It's Colton Curtis will come to the plate with the bases loaded, swings and misses at the first pitch. So the count's 0-1.
Here's one kid. He was on a cruise. His family took a cruise his senior year, and now he get back into it. He needs to get starting hitting baseball.
0-1 the count here on Curtis. Here comes the 0-1. Swings and misses at the high fastball, and the count 0-2.
That's kind of his M.O. sometimes. He likes that high fastball.
Seneca 1 run in the inning, but they have the bases loaded. 0-2 the count here on Curtis. So here comes the 0-2, and that's low, trying to see if they could get him to chase, and he did not. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-2 the count here on Curtis. Anything in the gap scores 2, potentially 3. As Klaus, a fast runner, that breaking ball stays outside, and the count's 2-2. Ginger, good wheels at second. Klaus, really good wheels at first.
Oh, if it's a base hit, guarantee you Hagen's going to the plate.
It's the 2-2, and he is able to resist it, and the count's 3-2. And now, with the runners able to be off, anything in the gap, Klaus probably should score.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be way off.
As Curtis has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. As here comes the 3-2 from Huntress. Runners are off, and he takes a called strike 3 to end the inning. For Seneca, they got 1 run in the inning on 3 base hits. There were, and there's an error, and they strand 3. We're through a half inning. It's Seneca 1 and Monett coming up here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Seneca True Value is an authorized dealer of Hustler lawnmowers and is a proud supporter of the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. Seneca True Value offers tools, equipment, and products for professional contractors and do-it-yourselfers. They are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Located at 404 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca. For more information, their phone number is 417-776-6000. Go Indians!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
And we welcome you back as we hit the bottom of the first here. Miles Young will lead things off here for the Cubs. Alex Huntress and Aiden Clapper are the next 2. Anybody reaches, Evan Witt would come to the plate here against Houchin. So that first pitch is fouled off. So counts 0-1. Houchin picked up the win against Aurora. 6 in the 3rd innings. 6 hits, 2 base on balls, 10 strikeouts. But a lot of base runners as that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count is 0-2. There's some kind of EAS thing going on here as everybody's phone.
Somebody's emergency thing. Amber alert.
Oh, okay. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, so 3 straight strikes there for Houchin. And one runner's down as Alex Huntress comes to the plate. And like we said, he pitched, was it last Thursday against Aurora, picked up the win. But 6 hits, 2 walks, has to probably be a little bit better here today to pick up a win.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He pitched well. There's no doubt about that. And he kind of likes to rise to the occasion just like he did last year in the district.
So 1-0 pitch is also low. So the count's 2-0. Both of those same kind of area, and the count's 2-0.
Just a little on the low side. It ain't much low.
So here comes the 2-0, and that one's high. So after 3 straight strikes, he's throwing 3 straight balls.
Yep.
So 3-0, you have to think Huntress is probably one of the few people that has a green light 3-0 for Monett. But he's taken the entire way and takes called strikes. Counts 3-1.
Well, right now they're looking for base runners. Anything they can get on base.
You think he takes 3-1?
If he doesn't like it in his zone, he'll probably take it.
So here comes the 3-1, and he liked it and fouled it off. So the count now full at 3-2. So count full here on Huntress as good job by Houchin to battle back from 3-0 to make it 3-2. So here comes the full count pitch, and that pitch is high and inside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk as Aiden Clapper will come to the plate.
What do we say? Walks and
errors.
Errors.
Oh, had to wait for the catcher's gear to come off. Or they grab it. Oh, waiting for a baseball. I was wondering what they were doing. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast as Clapper come to the plate. Try and give you what Seneca looks like in the field after this pitch, because I sometimes forget that. That ball poked out into right center field. Owens coming on, but can't get there. Late job by Huntress going to second, and runners are at first and second. Huntress had to hold as Sherwood playing very deep out there in center field had a long ways to go. It was more Sherwood's ball, but Owens had to go.
Owens got there first and just had ways to go. It just hit right in the spot where, we weren't.
So runners at first and second here for Evan Witt. So here comes the first pitch, and that's high for a ball. So the count's 1-0. So you have Caden Klaus in left, Drew Sherwood in center, Ryan Owens in right field, Colton Curtis at third, Jagger Wilson at short. At second base is Brant Laughlin, and at first base is Hagen Ginger with Cade Johnson catching Grant Houchin here this afternoon. As here comes the 1-0 pitch to Witt. And that pitch is popped in the air to left center field. Sherwood out there in plenty of time to grab it, and there's out number 2.
Well, it was hit pretty well, but you're hitting it right into that north wind, so
and
it's not going to carry.
Yeah, Sherwood didn't have to go very far as Braden Sondrowski will come to the plate. Yeah, it seemed like it was hit well, but it just died out there.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell by the way how they're aligned out there in the field. Nobody really playing that deep. There is a big hole at second base because Laughlin's trying to hold on the runner.
Well,
that first pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. As 0-1 the count here on Sondrowski with 2 outs. As Houchin trying to work around a walk and a single as that pitch is in there for a strike. Looked like a breaking ball, and the count 0-2. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and Lost Creek Wireless all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Seneca at Cassville on Thursday, and then they go to Grove, Oklahoma on Friday.
Yep.
As here comes an 0-2 from Houchin, and that's just a tad bit low, so the count's 1-2. Have that broadcast for you on Thursday. We'll also have the radio broadcast. 4:05 pregame show, 4:30 first pitch from Cassville. And then Friday, Grove, Oklahoma, no broadcast. As here comes the 1-2. And he dribbles it at the plate, and it goes foul. So Sondrowski does just enough to stay alive. Seneca sent 7 men to the plate in the top half of the inning. This is the 5th batter to bat in the inning for Monett. Seneca 1 run in. It was unearned. So far, Monett, nothing doing. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball hit on a couple hops. Laughlin charges, throws to first, and scooping it is Hagen Ginger. As I think head coach Chris Hughes will probably say, hey, throw a little bit more oomph.
Throw the ball, yeah. He's trying to do his best to make it, trying to guide the ball over there instead of just throwing it like natural.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We're through 1. Indians up 1-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
And we welcome you back as we hit the top of the second inning. Brant Laughlin, Ryan Owens, and then the top of the order and Jagger Wilson again as 8-9-1 for Seneca here in the top of the second inning. As Alex Huntress will begin his second inning of work, gave up 3 hits and 1 run. The 1 run was unearned as somebody was missing a glove. Washik, the first baseman.
Yeah.
That's kind of important.
I
Or he had
know,
to switch gloves.
He might have had to. Something broke on his glove or something.
He's kind of important to have a glove.
He might ought to have one.
As Laughlin will step in here for the Indians against Huntress. So here comes the first pitch, and he hits that one line to the second baseman, Sandrowski, in 1 pitch and 1 out, and that will always help your pitch count. Not a bad hit there by Laughlin, but Sandrowski able to grab it as Ryan Owens will come to the plate.
Yeah, hit the ball well, just right at him. You didn't have to move very far.
4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast as Owens takes the ball outside. So it counts 1-0. As here comes the 1-0. That's swung on and missed. Count 1-1. 2 strikeouts so far here through the first trip of the order for Huntress. That pitch is high and the count's 2-1. Wilson is one of those that struck out, and you know he's eager for another at bat, and he'll get one. As here comes the 2-1 to Owens, and that one is dribbled down the third base line, foul. Past head coach Chris Eust, and the count's 2-2.
I don't know if Chris made a dive for that or not. I may have the EC on that one.
Well, he didn't really try for it, so I don't know if you can say it was an error.
Not much hustle.
Yeah. 2-2 the count here on Owens. I will say that is the one thing here is the 2-2 pitch is in there for called strike 3, third strikeout of the afternoon for Huntress, and there's 2 down for Jagger Wilson. There are no third base coaches boxes and first base, so I guess maybe you can go wherever you want.
Well, you know, I mean,
they don't use them anyway.
They don't use them anyway. I mean, they might draw them out there. But.
So here comes the first pitch to Wilson, and that's in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Umpire likes that high strike, but he's been consistent with both teams. That 0-1 is just a tad bit higher. And the count's 1-1.
Yeah, he tried to walk him up that time.
So here comes the 1-1 from Huntress. And Jagger fouls that out of play behind the third base dugout. Counts 1-2. Looked like when I came in that there might be a middle school softball game going on behind us.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even notice.
So here comes the 1-2, and he's able to foul off the off-speed pitch, say just alive.
He's battling up there.
Count remains 1-2 strikes. It's not very often he strikes out twice in a game, so especially twice in his first 2 plate appearances. So he's able to foul that one off.
No, he's got a good eye-hand coordination, and here we are making this is important here, even at the bat, making the pitcher have to work.
1-2, the count remains, but 2 straight foul balls by Jagger Wilson. As here comes another 1-2. That's outside, and the count's now 2-2. Huntress steps back on the mound. Here comes the 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is poked out. It's kind of in the triangle, and the shortstop over there, Miles Young, able to grab it for the final out. Nothing doing for Seneca here in the top of the second through 1.5. 1-0 Indians here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Bible says that our hearts are sinful, that it's full of evil imaginations.
Billy Graham.
The Bible says that our heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's the reason Christ said, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. I ask you tonight, wouldn't you like to have a new heart? Wouldn't you like to have Christ tonight who can forgive the past, give you joy and peace in the present, and change your life for the future? He can do it if you let him. Give your life to Christ tonight. Let him give you a new heart. Make you a new person.
What Jesus Christ offers you is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're ready to surrender your life to him, we can help. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Colin Umfleet will lead off the second inning here for Monett as he swings through the first pitch. So his count is 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 from Houchin, and that pitch is a very slow dribbler. Curtis trying to field it, and it goes off the edge of his glove. So a leadoff base runner here for Monett. He was trying to field it. You know, Wilson came in too, but I think that the only person that probably would have had to play was Colton.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a slow roller on this grass turf, and you've got to charge him. And Colton made the right play. I mean, he's the only one that was going to throw him out.
Michael Privet comes to the plate. Then Tucker Anderson and Landon Brandt potentially top of the order as well here for Monett after that. So they have a leadoff runner on. They weren't able to take advantage of a walk. We'll see if they can take advantage of an error as that pitch is fouled off.
Trying to bunt.
Counts 0-1, trying to, and he bunted out what would have been a ball.
Yeah, he bunted that one about ankle high.
0-1 the count. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvis Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com, a proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. So the 0-1 pitch is fouled off. The count now 0-2, and we'll have to see if they leave the bunt on or they take it off. So we'll see.
You would think it would be off, but you never know.
Yeah. 0-2 the count here on Privet. Leadoff runner on an error. Seneca was able to take advantage of an error in the first and score a run. Trying to strand that runner on their end. As that pitch is hit up the middle. Jagger going to throw it. That was an excellent play.
Yes.
It was with the glove. He gloves it to Laughlin, and then Laughlin throws to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. There's 2 down now for Tucker Anderson.
Just flipped, like you said, just flipped it out of his glove. I'm not even sure Brady knew where he was throwing. He just turned so fast and threw it. Right to Hagan.
He almost could have, his momentum was carrying him towards the bag. He almost could have just took it himself.
Yeah, I got a feeling Coach will be talking to him about that.
Tucker Anderson takes a ball, counts 1-0. So Seneca erases the error, and 2 down now as Anderson has a ball 1. So here comes the 1-0, and that's in there for a strike. So the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917Sports. So here comes the 1-1. That stays high and outside, and the count 2-1.
I'll be looking for Houchin to throw at him to,
Bottom
not mess
of the
around.
Lineup, yeah. So the 2-1 is a little bit low, and the count's 3-1. And you would love for the number 9 hitter to start the inning instead of getting through and have to face the top of the order in the 3rd inning. 3-1 count here on Anderson. Here comes the 3-1 from Houchin, and that pitch hit to Laughlin at second. Nice play by him. Throws to first in time for the putout. And the Cubs can't take advantage of the error. We are through 2, 1-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
SGA Unlimited is a proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Located north of Seneca on Highway 43, they offer equipment and supplies for outdoor sporting needs, including hunting and fishing. They are a licensed gun dealer and provide bait and accessories for fishing. For more information, their phone number is 417-439-1996. Proud supporters of Seneca Indian Athletics on KNEO.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Drew Sherwood leads off the 3rd inning with a single through the left side, and leadoff runner is on. He reached in the first on an error and came around and scored the lone run. Johnson and Ginger singled behind him as well. See what happens here. Johnson 1 for 1. Johnson, Ginger, and then Houchin are the next 3 for Seneca. So first pitch to Johnson is high for a ball, so the count's 1-0. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win.
Didn't see the signal from Coach Hughes, but don't be surprised if Sherwood doesn't take off.
Not a huge lead over at first for Sherwood. As here comes the 1-0, and that's in the dirt, and it actually hit the umpire, which I don't know if that's a break or not because Sherwood takes second regardless.
Yeah.
Kind of got stuck in the umpire's arm. Counts 2-0 with a runner in scoring position now for Johnson. So the sun has made an appearance this afternoon.
Yeah.
As here comes the 2-0. That's low for a ball, and the count's 3-0. Seneca had the bases loaded in the first, couldn't score. I mean, they did score 1 run, but that was before the bases were loaded.
Mm-hmm.
1-2-3 second for Huntress. Now a 3-0 count. And they have the runner out at third. Not sure why Sherwood tried to take third base. It's a mental error there as he's caught stealing, and there's one down. Instead of runners out first and second, you have a runner at third. That was an excellent throw by Miles Young.
Yeah, it took a good throw to get him. I mean, he just didn't have that big a jump off second base that time.
As Hagen Ginger comes to the plate, he singled his first time up. Johnson, a healthy lead over there at first base. As Huntress gets the sign, they throw back behind him, and it gets by the first baseman. And Johnson is going to try and go all the way to third. A long throw, and in safely at third base is Cade Johnson on the E1. So they threw behind him and unable to get it, and that ball goes down the line. A lot of foul territory here in Monett. And so a runner at third now. You could have potentially had another run. I know that's what you're kind of grimacing about.
Well, they wouldn't have thrown it to first if Drew was still on second. I mean,
oh, that's true.
So
here comes the first pitch to Ginger. That ball in the dirt. And Johnson is going to be aggressive, and bad throw allows him to come in and score on the wild pitch. Better throw, you probably get him, but again, 2 errors in the inning have allowed the 2 runs to, not in the inning, 2 runs have been unearned because of 2 errors. It's a mouthful to say.
Yeah. It's a tongue twister
to
get out. But, yeah, absolutely, with a better throw, they would probably had a good chance to get him.
Johnson very aggressive there.
Very aggressive base runner.
The 1-0 pitch is hit down the right field line. It's curving foul, and it's going to go foul. This counts 1-1 as Ginger was late on that. I think the right fielder, if it was fair, Brandt might have had a play on it. You could start it off fair, and then it just started tailing foul.
Yeah, wind taking it over. Well, it tails to the right off a right-handed batter anyway. But that right fielder is not going as far back over where he was.
1-1 the count here on Ginger. Here comes the 1-1. That ball is poked, but right to the shortstop, who was kind of back behind second base as Young makes the play, and there's 2 outs now. You know, he was more towards the behind the bag, the second base side of the bag, than towards shortstop. So 2 outs here as Houchin come to the plate. He fouled out to the second baseman his first time up, as he does a good job of not swinging at that, holding up. So counts 1-0. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, Prolu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value, all sponsoring the broadcast, as Evan Witt has been busy behind the plate here today, having to block stuff for Huntress. That pitch is low for a ball, and the count's 2-0. So we talk about how walks and errors will kill you. 2 errors, 2 runs, and one of those was on a walk as well. So that ball is hit just past the diving first baseman, and now a race to the plate and out at first base as the pitcher covers. He goes 3-4-1 on the putout. A bang-bang play, but a good job there by Huntress to come over and cover and get the final out. For Seneca, 1 run in the inning, no hits. There was an error, and they don't strand anybody. We're through 2.5. Seneca up 2-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back as we hit the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 for Monett, Brant, and then Young and Huntress. And Daryl, we always talk about how walks and errors will kill you. Seneca's two runs are off of 2 errors, and one of those also was a walk, whereas Seneca was able to eliminate a walk and an error.
And a good double play because, I mean, it's rare to turn 2 in high school. I mean, it's hard.
Brant barely hits it. It's going to be a tough play for Curtis. He fields it, throws in time for the putout. Again, another slow roller, but Curtis able to field it, get out of his glove, and Ginger palmed that one for the first out.
As long as they've got him.
So there's one out here as Miles Young will come to the plate. He struck out his first time.
Yeah, that's just like it was before, just like the one before that he just couldn't quite come up with.
The first pitch to Young is inside for a ball. So counts 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Marine Center Incorporated, Lankford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 pitch must have been low, maybe inside, and the count's 2-0. And Johnson's asking where it was.
Yes.
Because I think head coach Chris Eust was wondering where it was.
Oh, my, that was
I know you were wondering where it was as well. We don't have a good angle, but everybody was asking where it was, as that's now 3-0 on Miles Young.
When you don't have to move your catchers, Matt, you're wondering.
3-0 the count here on Young. It's the 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. I think Young thought that might have been a ball.
I don't know. I thought that was a good pitch as well.
It's count 3-1 as here comes the 3-1, and that pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. So a 1-out walk. Seneca was able to eliminate an error in the second on a walk. Huntress walked his first time up, but was stranded at second. See if Seneca can turn 2. Laughlin playing up the middle more than normal second base. A big hole there on the right side.
Good lead out there, too.
So that first pitch is high for a ball. So counts 1-0.
Like I said, Seneca's this year has been playing some pretty good defense in the field. So Houchin just throws strikes and let the defense
work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Huntress a big lead over, not a terrible lead, and good throw by Houchin over. A close play at first, but Huntress gets back. I said it wasn't a big lead, and I guess there's a reason why. 1-0 the count here on Huntress. Young over at first. Here comes the 1-0. That pitch is hit on a hop to Curtis at short. Throws to second. Laughlin able to field it. Good job there by Laughlin. He made sure of one.
Yeah.
And there's 2 down.
Yeah, you did exactly what you had to do.
Get the lead runner.
Yeah, Colton he threw it just a little bit low, and Laughlin, Brady went down there, and Brent went down there and got it.
Yeah. It was a little bit low, but, yeah, you made sure you got the lead runner. Yes. And there's 2 down here for Aiden Clapper, who singled his last time up. And this is kind of some tall natural grass, so it does slow it down as that pitch hits the inside corner, so it counts 0-1. I would say this is, and also, at this point, a lot of these guys aren't used to playing on natural grass.
No, it's not. And with natural grass and stuff like that, the ball hits slower. You've got to charge it, just like what they've been working on them doing.
That
just
ball
like this right here. Charge it.
Laughlin and the charges throws in time.
And he still
still gets himself a little bit dirty, but Laughlin involved in 2 of the 3 outs. For Monett, no runs, no hits, no errors. They strand 1. We are through 3. Seneca up 2-0 here on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Do you carry around the weight of a guilty conscience? Did you know you can be free from the guilt of your past? The Bible says that if anyone is in Christ Jesus, he is a new creation. The past is gone, and everything is made new. If you would like to know how you can begin a relationship with Jesus Christ, have your past forgiven, and be free from all the condemnation and guilt, call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
And we welcome you back as Seneca will have Klaus, Curtis, and Laughlin, 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Indians. Anybody who reaches Ryan Owens would come to the plates here as Huntress finishing his warm-up tosses. I want to thank some of our sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, and SGA Unlimited. Klaus 1 for 1, a single his first time up.
He got several hits up there at Stratford, too. He played very well at Stratford.
So Seneca has had a base runner in every inning except the second. The second was a 1-2-3 inning. Had runners in first and third innings. So that first pitch is in there for strikes. The count's 0-1. And they had those runners that in the first and third were able to come around and score. So the 0-1 pitch is dribbled down the third base line, and it's going to go foul. So the count's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes as Klaus now going to have to protect. As he was down the line, and now he's back and digging in for a new baseball as well. So that ball down the left field line.
Didn't get back in, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably Monett picked it up and took it to the dugout.
So here comes the 0-2 from Huntress. That 0-2 is outside, and the count now 1-2. Witt has been busy behind the plate, trying to protect some pitches in the dirt.
Yeah, as a catcher, you just get beat up over the years.
So here comes the 1-2. That's just a little bit low. And the count 2-2.
Good thing Cade's got high knees.
2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 2-2, and he foul tips it.
Oh, must it? Yeah,
I was going to say, I thought he waved and missed, but yeah, they say it was a foul tip.
He's way out in front of that curveball and just barely got a piece of it, but that's all right. You got to battle.
So the count 2-2 here on Klaus. Here comes another 2-2. Swings and misses at the high fastball for strike 3, as that is strikeout number 4 for Huntress. As Colton Curtis will come to the plate. See if Curtis can get a bat on the ball here. They had 3 hits in the first inning, nothing since. They've had base runners as that first pitch is swung on and missed. So the count's 0-1. Had base runner in the third that came around and scored, but no hits since the first inning. So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2 here on Curtis. And now he'll have to protect. Had an 0-2 count on him in the first, made it 3-2, and then took a called strike 3 as that pitch is low. So the count now 1-2. 1-2 the count here on Curtis. Here comes the 1-2. Swings and misses, back-to-back strikeouts. I don't think he realized that was strike 3.
Yeah.
Everybody else realized it, but he did it.
I thought that was.
Yeah. Back-to-back strikeouts as Brant Laughlin will come to the plate, lined out to the second baseman his first time up. So Huntress has kind of settled in since that first inning where Seneca sent 7 to the plate. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1 as Huntress having himself a very productive top of the fourth.
It was a quick third one, too, I believe. Well, except for that.
So that one is grounded fouls. The count 0-2. Seneca, or they actually did have a hit in the third inning. That was caught stealing. That's my mistake. So Seneca 4 hits in the game because Sherwood led off the inning with a hit and then a walk. And
threw him out at third.
Yeah. Laughlin swung at what would have been a ball, but able to get just a piece, and the count will remain 0-2.
If you can get a piece of it every once in a while.
See if Laughlin can stay alive as here comes another 0-2. That pitch is poked up the middle. Second baseman Sandrowski going to throw to first in time for the putout. He's gotten Laughlin out both times. Nothing doing for the Indians here into the top of the fourth through 3.5. 2-0 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back as Evan Witt will lead off the inning here for Monett, as it will be 4, 5, and 6 due up here against Houchin. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast. It's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball. Must have stayed a little bit high, and the count's 0-1. Witt hit the ball hard, but to center field his first time. Kind of died out there because Sherwood didn't have to go very far. 1-0 the count here on Witt. 1-0 pitch is popped out there to center field, and Sherwood not playing in shallow enough, so a leadoff single for Monett as Braden Sandrowski will come to the plate. Four-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast. So leadoff runner on here in the fourth for Monett, as Houchin will work against Sandrowski, who grounded out to second his first time up. Ball is laced out into left center field, and it's going to be cut off by Klaus. Klaus able to cut it off. Runners, if you had been able to get the cutoff man, you potentially could have had a play at second. But runners are at second and third now for Colin Umfleet. Umfleet reached on an error his first time.
This will be difficult. Let's see if we can't work out of this jam here.
Houchin would love a strikeout here, as now you're getting to the bottom part of the lineup as Umfleet, the number 6 batter. So
the corners are playing in.
As Houchin will step off and get a new sign. Curtis kind of playing even with the bag. Ginger on the cut of the infield grass. As here comes the first pitch to Umfleet. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. So the count's 0-1. Up the middle, they're kind of playing halfway Well, now they're backing off.
Yeah, I think they're playing, giving up a run, getting you out.
As here comes the 0-1 to Umfleet. That's in there for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2. Houchin, if you could get a strikeout here, that would be big, and it would only be his second. Umfleet going to have to battle. So here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's a big strikeout for Houchin on 3 pitches. Michael Privet will come to the plate. Another strikeout would be big here for Houchin as well. Again, corners kind of playing in. Curtis kind of even with the bag. Ginger in a little bit. They'll try and go home. So first pitch in the dirt. Good block by Johnson. Keeps that runner at third. 1-0 the count here on Privet. Privet grounded to Laughlin at second base his first time up.
That's a good job by Caden. Johnson back there just smothering the ball down low.
So here comes the 1-0 from Houchin. Breaking ball is hit on a hop to Curtis. You have a play at the plate, but a high throw allows the run to come and score. They're going to send the second runner home, and he will be in and score as well on the error. If it wasn't for the high throw, you have the runners dead to rights.
Yeah.
So an E5 allows both runners to come in and score, and we're tied at 2. We talk about the errors, and all the runs in the game, 2 apiece, are all unearned. It was a high chopper. Curtis played it well.
He made
a high throw.
Just rushed the throw a little bit, got it high.
As Tucker Anderson comes to the plate. That run would also be unearned. So popped in the air, a long run for Klaus. Wilson going to grab it in foul territory. Long run for Wilson, but he's able to grab it, and there's 2 down now as Landon Brandt will come to the plate. So Houchin trying to work around some trouble here as Brandt grounded out to third base his first time up. So those 2 base hits come around and score thanks to 1 error. As here comes the first pitch to Brandt, and that's high and inside. Counts 1-0. Don't want to get back to the top of the order with runners on. 1-0 the count here on Brandt. So here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball, hit to Wilson, and he bobbles it. So an error will allow runners to be on the corners. And I think the runner, the sight line kind of got in his way. It's not runner's interference, but I think the sight line made him bobble it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. You've got to make those plays, and they've got to have a couple errors here that extends the inning and extends the pitch count.
As Miles Young will come to the plate, he's 0 for 1. He walked in the third. That nice block there by Johnson on a ball in the dirt counts 1-0. Instead of potentially out of the inning with no runs, it's 2-2, and the go-ahead run is sitting at third.
Mm-hmm.
As here comes the 1-0. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvis Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com. Proud support of high school baseball on KNEL. 1-1 is in there, and they're going to say it's a little bit low, like the same exact location. One he called a strike, one he called a ball, and the count's 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball is low, and the count's 3-1. All of a sudden, Houchin struggling to find the strike zone. Those haven't been bad pitches, just a little bit off. 3-1 the count. Huntress has reached base both times he's been up. He's on deck. So here comes the 3-1. Popped foul towards the parking lot. And I think a tree saved a truck out there.
They've got trees lined up here at Monett to save that parking lot, but I still park quite a ways away.
The count's now full, and Brandt will be off on the pitch. 3-2 the count here on Young. So here comes the full count pitch, and that's high and inside for ball 4. So bases are now loaded for Alex Huntress. He has reached both times he's been to the plate. He has walked and reached on a fielder's choice.
You've got no place to put him here. So
here comes the first pitch in the dirt. Good block by Johnson again. This counts 1-0. This is the 8th batter to bat in the inning. Yet somehow we're still tied at 2. Seneca couldn't take advantage of a bases loaded situation in the first. Houchin trying to work around it here in the 4th. So here comes the 1-0. And that's inside, and the count's 2-0. Houchin struggling to find the zone a little bit here in this inning. You don't want to walk in what would be the go-ahead run. All these runs in this inning are unearned. As here comes the 2-0. That pitch is hit. Houchin hits it. Laughlin trying to field it on the bag, and it's an error as he is unable to field it. So the runner will come in and score on an error. And everybody will advance. That is the 3rd error in the inning. That one went off of the pitcher, Houchin. I think if he doesn't touch it, it's an easier play for Laughlin.
Just a slow roller right past him. I mean, just slow roller to the bag, and Brent just couldn't get a hold of it.
So here comes the first pitch to Clapper as he takes a ball high. Counts 1-0. Clapper 1 for 2. He has singled and he has grounded out. You have to limit the damage here if you're Seneca going into the 5th inning. So you'll have 9, 1, and 2 in your half of the 5th. So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. 1-1 the count here on Clapper. Houchin gets a sign he likes. Here comes the 1-1.
Yes.
And that must have been outside, maybe low, when the count's 2-1. A long inning here for Grant. 2-1 the count here on Clapper. Here comes the 2-1. The 2-1 breaking ball is swung on and missed. Oh, apparently I missed a pitch.
That was a strike in the last one.
And that will strike it out as that will end the inning. For Monett, they get 3 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There were 3 errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We're through 4, and it is 3-2 Monett here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A radical change is needed in every person to find true or real fulfillment in this life, to be acceptable to God, to enter God's kingdom.
Billy Graham on why being a good person is not enough to save you.
What's wrong? The Bible tells us. The Bible says the thing that is wrong is that we have a disease. It affects the whole human race all over the world, and the disease is called sin.
Sin separates us from God, but there is hope. God promises to forgive our sins if we follow Jesus, his Son.
Do you know Christ? God can give you a whole new life, a transformation that you never dreamed existed if you let him.
You can learn more about getting to know Jesus at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Ryan Owens will lead off the inning here for Seneca. 9-1-2. Owens, Wilson, and Sherwood are the three due up for Seneca. Anybody who reaches, you get towards the meat of the order in Johnson and Ginger. Owens 0 for 1 on the afternoon as here comes the first pitch from Huntress, and that's swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Since that first inning when Huntress gave up 3 hits, he's only given up 1 more hit since then. So Owens swings and misses at the high fastball, and the count 0-2. So 0-2 the count here on the number 9 hitter. So here comes the 0-2 from Huntress. That's in there for a called strike 3. As this is the 6th straight batter retired by Huntress, as Jagger Wilson will come to the plate. Wilson 0 for 2. He's popped out to short and struck out swinging. Sherwood's on deck. He's reached base both times as that first pitch is high for a ball. So counts 1-0. Whether it be Wilson or Sherwood, if either of them can get on, they're probably going to try and take advantage of some bases, as Wilson cannot hold up. So the count's 1-1.
Yeah, top lineup up. We need to make something happen right here.
It's Wilson 0 for 2 on the afternoon. 1-1 is popped foul out of play. The count now 1-2. It's a little bit late on those ones. He's hitting them a lot towards the playground behind us. Comes another 1-2 from Huntress. That ball is hit through the right side for a single. 1 out single there for Wilson. And a runner on now for Drew Sherwood, who's 1 for 2 but has reached base both times. See if Sherwood takes a pitch or maybe a hit and run potential, as Sherwood does a good job with the bat. See how big a lead Wilson gets at first. Got
a huge gap over there in the second base side, first base side.
Ball hit just to like that right side, and it somehow avoided Jagger Wilson.
And Jagger didn't jump over it.
So runners on at first and second now with 1 out for the meat of the order. Cade Johnson comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He's reached base both times, a single in the first, and then walked and scored in the third. If he gets hit by that, it's a dead ball, and he is out.
Yeah, he's out. So that happened to Colton Curtis up there at Stratford.
Good job by them, and they're not holding Sherwood on either.
No.
Playing in front of him as Johnson takes a ball. So the count is 1-0. See if Seneca now trying to has some runners on. See if they can take advantage with the heart of their lineup up. 1-0 the count on Johnson. And again, a big gap on that right side as Johnson takes a ball, able to not swing at that off-speed pitch. So the count's 2-0, and you know he's sitting dead red on this one.
Yeah, I guarantee the pitcher doesn't want to go 3-0.
So here comes a 2-0 from Huntress. And that's high. Count 3-0. You would think normally you would take, but Johnson probably one of the few that would have a green light on 3-0.
If it's down his zone, I guarantee he's going after it.
So here comes the 3-0, and he's taking the entire way, and the count now 3-1. Again, it has to probably be right there for him to try and swing. 3-1 the count here on Johnson. So here comes the 3-1. That's low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, Hagen Ginger. Ginger lined out to shortstop his last time. He also singled in the first. He likes that first pitch, so we'll have to see what happens here.
Never know.
He's got a nervous grandpa to my left.
Oh, yeah. Well, nervous is one thing, but he's swinging the bat better today.
So the bases are loaded here for Ginger. Tying run. And Witt going to have to make sure not let any balls by either. That ball hit on a hop to shortstop. A funny hop there, and everybody is going to be safe.
Yeah, it would have been a tough play just to throw him out at first base because it was just such a high hopper and a high chopper.
I think you could. I mean, your only plays at first, so the run comes in the scores. I think you can give an RBI there, but otherwise it's an error. Bases remain loaded now for Grant Houchin, who's 0 for 2, and we're tied at 3.
If Grant can help his own cause here.
If he can hit one the opposite way down the right field line, you can run for a long ways. As here comes the first pitch to Houchin down the third base line, and third baseman bobbles it, and everybody is safe. And now Monett is having a hard time with the ball.
Yeah, I think Monett coach is going to go out and talk to him a little bit.
Seneca has taken the lead back at 4-3. And so, just like Seneca in the bottom of the fourth, now it's Monett in the top of the fifth. Back-to-back errors. And that one, he probably did have a play at home because Sherwood kind of hesitated at third. Bases remain loaded here for Caden Klaus, who's 1 for 2 once the meeting on the mound is done.
It was hit hard enough that they could have easily had a play at home plate to get it, but he just couldn't field it clean. I don't know if it took a bad hop right in front of him, short hopped him, but it just kind of handcuffed him.
So we talk about walks and errors, and that's basically what has scored every run in the game today. Maybe one earned run here given up by Huntress, but the rest are unearned as that ball is hit in the air to center field. Johnson going to tag. The runner is the cat. A good throw at home, and he is out. What a play there by the center fielder, Aiden Clapper. It's an F8 and then an 8-2 put out. We talk about how aggressive Seneca is all the time. What a throw there by Aiden Clapper, but Seneca takes the lead. They score 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There also were 2 errors, and they strand 2. We're through 4.5. Seneca now up 4-3 here on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online, campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Hi, this is Jamie Lankford with Lankford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local community and support local high school student athletes. Lankford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
First Community Bank offers reliable, cost-effective merchant services to help your business thrive. We have options tailored just for you and your business, including accepting all major credit card brands, plus contactless payments like Tap to Pay and Pay by Phone. Don't miss out on growing your business. Contact First Community Bank today and unlock a world of payment possibilities. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Evan Witt will lead things off for Monett here in the 5th. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 4th. Flew out to center field in the 1st. This first pitch is high for a ball. Counts 1-0. Between the bottom of the 4th and the top of the 5th, 5 errors combined between the teams.
Struggling out there to field the ball in this field.
It's the 1-0 pitch is poked down the left field line. I can't tell if it's fair, and it's just foul. You kind of have to go off the reaction here in the press box, and the count 1-1.
Yeah, the umpire called it down there. He's yelling at him.
So Houchin has given up 3 runs. All 3 are unearned. Huntress have given up 4 runs, and potentially you could say all 4 are unearned, if not 3 of the 4 are unearned.
Yeah, it's...
As here comes the 1-1. That one poked in the air to center field. As coming in is Sherwood, and he will grab it. for out number 1, and that's a big first out after allowing the first 2 runners to reach in the 4th.
Yeah.
So 1 out here as Sandrowski comes to the plate. He doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2, grounded out to second in the 1st. Brady Roark, forgot to say this, came into the game. He's now at second base. Yep. Places Laughlin as that first pitch is in there for strikes. Counts 0-1. Sandrowski, then Umfleet for Monett here in the 5th. Anybody reaches Michael Privet. As here comes the 0-1, and Houchin steps off. What that does as well for Seneca, they took the lead in the 5th as the 0-1 is highest. Counts 1-1. You guarantee the top of the lineup one more time because you have 7, 8, 9 due up here in the once you get to the top of the 6th, and then you're guaranteed your 1, 2, 3 hitters at least one more at bat. So that pitch is high, so the count's 2-1. Houchin did not pitch badly in the 4th. He was not helped by his teammates, though. 3 errors in the inning. So that pitch is inside and counts 3-1. If you think about it, I think runners were at first and third with 1 out. The ball goes to Curtis. You throw it home. You have 2 outs and runners at first and second. You can play back.
Yeah.
As here comes the 3-1, and that's swung on and missed, and the count now 3-2, and that's when things kind of snowballed for Seneca.
Yeah, you know we've seen it before. 1 error, 1 thing snowballs, and the rest of everything just snowballs together.
That ball is hit in the air to center field. Sherwood did not have to go very far. That ball just dies out there in center field here today because that ball off the bat sounded like it was hit hard, and it just kind of died out there in the wind.
Yeah, it was a good solid hit. Like you said, he just got it up in the air, and it's just going nowhere out there.
So Umfleet comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. So that first pitch is low for a ball, so the count's 1-0.
And they are giving him the right field line.
Yes.
They got the right fielder way over there behind the second baseman.
More towards right center is Ryan Owens. So 1-0 breaking ball is hit on a couple hops to Wilson. Wilson long throw to first, and Ginger unable to dig it out. And taking second on the play is going to be Umfleet. A nice job there by Roark, who just came into the game. That one he had to dig out of the dirt and was able to do it. So a 2-out error allows Michael Privet to come to the plate. 4 errors so far by Seneca. 4 for Monett. But this half inning isn't over, as Michael Privet will come to the plate. And they're fixing the bag. I was wondering what the delay was, and that is what it is.
They've done this, I don't know how many times, in the Monett tournament.
Oh, okay.
They're playing games and just had to fix the bag all the time. I don't know what it is that pops
Second
loose
base
or
bag,
something. Yeah,
yeah.
second base bag. Always something. I don't know if it's wore out or.
They're supposed to get turf next year, so that should not become an issue a year from now. 2 outs as Michael Privet comes to the plate. He reached on an error in the 4th. That ball poked in the air to center field as Sherwood does not have to come in very far, and he records all 3 outs in the inning for Monett. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on. Through 5, 4-3 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Someone recently joked that anyone with normal blood pressure these days must not be paying attention to the world. We're bombarded with bad news on every side, and there's no relief in sight. Yet there is a way to cope with these high-pressure times. Don't be anxious, the Bible says. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He has done. Then you'll experience God's peace. To find out how Jesus Christ can give you this peace, call 888-NEED-HIM or go to www.chataboutjesus.com.
7-8-9 due up for Seneca here in the top of the sixth. Curtis, either Roark or pinch hitter, or maybe Laughlin will re-enter to bat, and then Owens. Looks like Roark's on deck. He came in the inning. As here comes the 0-1 to Curtis, and that's Lowe's. Counts 1-1.
See if we can get him going. He needs to get going with the bat.
Sponsors here this afternoon: Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Perlu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Seneca True Value. As that pitch is low, so the count's 2-1. As you got Drew Sherwood warming up in the pen for Seneca.
Yeah, I don't know how close he is to the pitch count for Houchin.
So that pitch is high and inside. It's the count 3-1. I don't know either, but Sherwood basically, it seems like, has become the de facto closer the last couple games for Seneca, and still able to pitch in the next game, because you get 20 without any days of rest, and I think it's somewhere around 35 after one day. So, you know, you would hope you'd be able to get through 2 innings potentially.
Well, you never know.
So that 2-2 is fouled off, or it was full, so the count is 3-2 as Curtis fouls it off.
Looks like you actually got Dane Froster that actually in his third, batting ninth maybe.
So might have a pinch hitter there for Ryan Owens. We'll have to wait and see. So here comes the 3-2. That one's dribbled by Curtis. Huntress goes off the mound and fields it. It's a 1-3 put out. There's one down as Brady Roark will come in and bat. He was the one that replaced Laughlin in the field in the bottom of the fifth, so now he's going to bat. Laughlin was 0 for 2, a line out and a ground out, both to second.
Yeah, but still made him work.
First pitch is fouled off at the plates. Counts 0-1. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Marine Center Incorporated sponsoring the broadcast. We talk about Drew becoming a de facto closer. Wait for after this pitch. As here comes the 0-1 to Roark. That's popped foul out of play. Count 0-2. He pitched a third of an inning, 2/3 of an inning in the win against Aurora. Ended that game. He was right around 17 pitches, so then he was able to come back on Friday and pitch the 7th inning against
Stratford.
Stratford. That's 0-2 count here on Roark, and he takes a called strike 3. So 2 outs here as I think Dane Frossard is going to pinch hit. So Dane Frossard is going to pinch hit here for Seneca. So a pinch hitter here for Seneca, as Frossard will be the one at the plate. And then you get back to the top of the order. So here comes the first pitch to him, and that's low for a ball. So the count's 1-0.
Your pencil trying to get away from him.
Yeah. Trying to escape.
And Dane's been hitting the ball well, too. He's been putting bat on the ball, seeing it well.
That pitch, I think they called it a strike.
Yeah.
Counts 1-1. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-1 from Huntress. That's popped foul, and the count now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Frossard. Frossard usually has to catch when Johnson pitches. So he has been getting some ABs here this year as that pitch is high. So the count's 2-2. You'd love for him to get on and get the top of the order up. 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2. And he's able to foul it off as he gets a piece. And they're out of baseballs. Surprised this is the first time that's happened, really.
Especially, I mean, this is not a short a tall backstop. So the balls go over here pretty easy. Get out of play foul balls get out of here pretty quick.
Count remains 2-2 here on Frosterd. We'll see if Owens re-enters to play right field again. As the count remains 2-2 on Frost. Here comes the 2-2 from Huntress, and that's high and outside, and counts full. Full count here on Dane Frosterd. As here comes the full count pitch. That ball is laced into center field, and the center fielder, Clapper, lets it fall in front of him. A 2-out single for Frosterd, and you get back to the top of the order, and Jagger Wilson, who's 1 for 3.
I was saying Dane's been hitting the ball very well, seeing the ball good, and hitting it solid. If we get top the lineup back up here, maybe we can get a few more base hits. 2 in a row from last, I think, from Jagger and Drew.
Yes. And there was also a walk by Johnson in there as well.
Yeah.
And a couple errors that allowed Seneca to take the lead. That first pitch is high for a ball. So counts 1-0. Not a big lead for Frosterd at first. You don't want to get picked off with 2 outs. See if he tries for second at some point and get in scoring position. 1-0 pitch is a high fly ball out there in center field. Clapper does not have to move very far. That will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on through 5.5, 4-3 Indians here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Well, what kind of a man or woman should you be if you're going to be used of God?
Billy Graham.
The man God uses will have a love for his brothers and sisters in the ministry. Jesus said, "By this shall all men know that you're my disciples, and that ye have love one to another. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." And then secondly, we're to serve one another. Jesus said, "Whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be the servant of all." Our Lord washing the disciples' feet. We should be servants of one another. Thirdly, we're to be patient with each other. The servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men. Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5, be patient with each other.
Patience, service, love. These are the qualities of a true servant of God. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Tucker Anderson to lead things off here for Seneca in the, for Monett in the bottom of the 6th as he takes the call, strikes. The count's 0-1, swings and misses, so the count's 0-2. So 0-2 the count here on Tucker Anderson, who has grounded out and fouled out. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, trying to see if they could get him to chase again, and he did not. Yep. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, SGA Unlimited, all sponsoring the broadcast. Seneca up by 1. The 0-2 is hit on a couple hops to Wilson. Throws to first, better throw there, and there's 1 up and 1 down as Landon Brandt comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the 4th, but was stranded at 3rd. Think about it. Monett has 3 runs, all 3 unearned. Houchin has been pretty productive, only giving up 3 hits on the afternoon, and I think only 2 walks. So he has been what he needs to be as Brandt takes a called strike. Counts 0-1. We talk about, Houchin and Sherwood are a very good 1-2 punch, and Houchin usually the ace of the staff, and so far today he's proven it. As that pitch is low, so the count's 1-1.
Yeah, both of them do a good job up on the mound. I mean, they'll battle, they're not. They make the other team have to hit the ball to beat you, and that's what's happening. We just made a few errors.
So that pitch is inside, so the count's 2-1. You get Brandt and then the top of the order and Miles Young, so they will have their heart of the order up at least one more time, regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
That pitch is swung on and missed. The count's 2-2, but you would love to have nobody on to face the top of the order.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lost Creek Wireless, all sponsoring the broadcast as Brant gets just a piece, so the count stays alive. Also want to thank 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, and the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. Count remains 2-2. Really, that fourth inning is the only inning that has gotten away from Houchin, and none of that was his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't Houchin's fault. It was just we just made a few errors back him.
So the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Johnson going to have to throw him out, and able to stay on the bag. It is Hagen Ginger. High throw by Cade Johnson, but it's a good thing. Hagen is about, 6'2", 6'3"?
Well, it's a good thing. He not only threw it high, but he threw it on the wrong side of the bag, so he had to switch feet at the same time. But yeah, as long as they get the out.
2 outs here for Miles Young, who has walked twice. He also struck out.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I need to throw it at him.
Counts 1-0 here on Miles Young. Here comes a 1-0 from Houchin. That ball popped in the air down the right field line. Foul on that is way too far for Ryan Owens to go, and it actually sneaks out of play. So the count's 1-1. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Seneca trying to improve to 11-3 on the season. Monett trying to improve to 7-3.
Yeah.
So here comes the pitch, and that pitch is fouled just past Colton Curtis. Counts 1-2. Houchin 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning at the 1-2-3 inning. Don't really want to jinx anything, but that pitch is popped foul, so Young stays alive. I guess technically.
Right off that car.
I hope it wasn't mine.
I don't know.
Well, it couldn't have been.
Some little key up there. I can't tell you one little black car up there. Someone will be looking to see if they've got a dent in the top.
So another 1-2 is low, and the count 2-2. This time I parked mine in the back, so I think I might be okay.
Learned your lesson.
I haven't gotten hit by one yet, but 2-2 the count here on Young.
See if we can throw strikes and play defense.
2-2 is in the dirt, actually hits Cade's mask, and the count now full as Young has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2.
Well,
he has 2 of the 3 walks here for Monett. The count is full at 3-2. Oh, it's actually 2-2. Excuse me.
2-2?
So the 2-2 is high, and now it's full at 3-2. Huh. We missed something somewhere.
I don't know.
Count's full at 3-2 now. So here comes the 3-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. So the tying run on base for Alex Huntress, who's reached base all 3 times. He's 0 for 2, but he walked in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, and reached on an error in the fourth. Laughlin had the error in the fourth. Brady Roark now in that place, as that was the last place Huntress hit it. As pitch is outside for a ball, so the count's 1-0. Don't want to let that tying run get into scoring position, especially for Aiden Clapper coming to the plate. He struck out in the fourth, but he had a long foul ball. So that pitch is high, and the count's 2-0. All of a sudden, Houchin has lost his release point. So 2-0 the count here on Huntress.
We come back and get him, Grant.
As here comes the 2-0. That's low for ball 3. And head coach Chris Eustace pacing in that Seneca dugout.
Pacing in the dugout because it's like 6 straight balls here.
3-0 the count, yeah.
At least 5.
We'll see if Huntress is taking the entire time. So the 3-0 is in there for a strike, and the count's 3-1. We'll see if he's taking on this 3-1 count.
I got a feeling coach is going to let him see if he can't get this out. Then you might see a change.
3-1 pitch coming from Houchin. Here comes the 3-1, and that is low for ball 4. He actually motioned it was inside, so runners at first and second now for Aiden Clapper. Tying run is at second base.
No movement yet out of the dugout.
I think this is Houchin's inning potentially. Clapper 1 for 3, singled in the first, grounded to second in the third, struck out in the fourth. So here comes the first pitch from Houchin. And that's low for a ball. This counts 1-0 as Houchin all of a sudden can't find the strike zone. 1-0 the count here on Clapper.
That's what we talk about kills you, is those errors in that fourth inning.
Yeah.
And then now we got walks going on.
The 1-0 pitch is popped in the air, foul, and it's going to get out of play. Count 1-1. Houchin may have caught a break because that may have been a little bit high. So instead of 2-0, the count's 1-1.
They got a little break because it went out of play. That's just a high, lazy pop-up.
1-1 the count here on Clapper. Here comes the 1-1. That's fouled into the screen. Houchin is a strike away from wiggling out of his own trouble.
Yep.
So the count now moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the inning for Seneca. 1-2 the count here on Clapper. Comes the 1-2.
Oh.
And that's outside. And the count now 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Clapper. You don't want to get to 3-2 because then the runner's in motion on a base hit probably scores the tying run. 2-2 is hit through the left side for a single. They're going to send the runner home, and it gets by Caden Klaus at third base. 2 runs are going to come in, and it will be a 5-4 lead for Monett. It's a single, and then an error allows that run to come all the way in from first base. And again, 4 of the 5 runs given up here are unearned. That's the first RBI of the afternoon by Monett. As it's a single and an E9, allows Clapper to get to second as Evan Witt will come to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He has a single and he's flown out to center twice. This might be Houchin's last batter. Houchin has given up 5 runs and 4 of them are unearned. So that first pitch is high for a ball. Counts 1-0. That is the 6th error of the game by Seneca.
Walks and errors.
Those first 2 walks are what killed him. He got the first 2 outs pretty easily. So that pitch is low when the count's 2-0. Sherwood was warming up before the inning started. You'd have to think he's the first one in off out of the bullpen. I have others warming up, but I don't think
they're just.
So that pitch is inside, and the count's 3-0. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday, April 16th versus the Midland Rockhounds at 7:05 p.m. For ticket information, nwanaturals.com, a proud supporter of high school baseball. KNEO. So the 3-0 is in there for a strike. It counts 3-1. Now you're trying to make sure that insurance run at second base doesn't come around and score. As here comes the 3-1, and that pitch is poked out into left center field. Sherwood made a diving effort, not able to get it. excellent effort out there in center field by Sherwood as he was kind of stumbling around out there. But the run comes in and scores to make it 6-4. All these runs from now on are unearned as well, as Sandrowski will face Drew Sherwood. So a new pitcher in to come in for the Indians. We will take a timeout. Back after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
And we welcome you back as Drew Sherwood comes in. 5 runs so far given up by Houch, and he is responsible for the runner at second base. Sherwood made a diving effort out there in center field to try and prevent that insurance run from coming in and scoring, but he could not.
Yeah.
So 6 runs given up here by Houch, and 5 of them are unearned. Sherwood trying to wiggle out of trouble as swinging and missing is Sandrowski. He is 1 for 3. That was a big insurance run that scored at second base. So Sherwood comes in to pitch as here comes the 0-1. That pitch is fouled out of play. Counts 0-2. Sherwood comes in to pitch. Cooper Shaver goes out to center. Curtis moves from third to second. And Houchin moves from pitcher to third base. 0-2 the count here on Sandrowski. Here comes the 0-2, and that's high. Nice snag there by Johnson, and the count's 1-2. Seneca will have the heart of their order due up in the 7th. Sherwood, Johnson, and Ginger. All 3 of them have reached base 5 of the 6 times they've been up. So that is the part of the order you want up, as Sherwood can't get that outside corner. Sandrowski takes a ball, and the count's 2-2. Had to have been just a little bit outside. As here comes a 2-2 from Sherwood. And the 2-2 is hit past Curtis at second. Runner going to try and score. They do hit the cutoff man. So the run comes in and scores. And that makes it 7-4, and that will complete the line there on Houchin. Gave up 7 runs, and only 1 of them was earned. Error in left field is a big one in the game right now, as Monett is adding on as Umfleet comes to the plate. Takes a ball high, so the count's 1-0. 4 runs in the inning for Monett. We talk about walks and errors all the time, and walks and errors is what has killed Seneca here this afternoon. Swinging and missing at it is Umfleet, so the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter at KNEO917 Sports. 1-1 the count here on Umfleet. Here comes the 1-1. That's swung on and missed. Counts 1-2. Houchin 5 2/3, 5 hits, 7 runs, 1 earned, 5 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, 7 errors.
That's the killer right there.
It's the 1-2 pitch is fouled off, so the count will remain 1-2.
He did not pitch bad today.
Yeah,
and
it was this inning. He had the first 2 outs. It was the walk with 2 outs is what killed him. So Umfleet has a 1-2 coming, 1-2, and he's able to foul it at the plate. He hit that ball twice.
Yeah.
So the count will remain 1-2. Seneca will need at least 3 in the 7th to send this to the bottom half of the inning.
That's a tall order against Monett.
Huntress may be able to start the inning, but I don't think he'll be able to finish as that pitch is fouled off, so the count remains 1-2. Huntress was somewhere around 105 pitches after 6 innings. Count remains 1-2 here on Umfleet, who has fouled off 3 straight pitches, and he takes a called strike 3 to end the inning. For Monett, 4 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There also was an error, and they strand 1. We head to the top of the 7th. Seneca needs 3 to tie and 4 to take the lead here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
And we welcome you back as we hit the top of the 7th. It will be the heart of the order for the Indians. Drew Sherwood, Cade Johnson, and Hagen Ginger facing a new pitcher, Miles Young. Alex Huntress went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, so only 1 earned, 2 base on balls, 7 strikeouts. Sherwood has reached base all 3 times, but he's 2 for 3, reached on an error in the first. Cade Johnson, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Hagen Ginger, 1 for 3. With a single and reached on an error.
That's going to be a tall order for 3 runs here against Monett, but you got the top of the order and up middle. You got the best kids out there we got. See what we can do.
So here comes the first pitch to Sherwood, and that's low for a ball. So the count's 1-0. Houchin in line for the loss. Huntress in line for the win. Miles Young trying to save it for him as that pitch is in there for a strike. So the count's 1-1. As Miles Young went from shortstop to pitcher. Huntress, I think, went from pitcher to shortstop as that ball is hit on a couple hops to first, and the first baseman grabs it for out number 1. First time he has been put out as Cade Johnson will come to the plate. 2 innings for the Indians where things unraveled. The 4th and the 7th, or the 4th and the 6th.
Yeah.
Cade Johnson will come to the plate here for Seneca. He's reached base all 3 times. So that first pitch is a ball. Seneca at Cassville on Thursday. We'll have that broadcast for you. Be a radio broadcast, 4:05 pregame show, 4:30 first pitch.
Tough to get video out of that place.
Well, he should be able to, though.
We'll try.
So 1-0 is in there for a strike. Counts 1-1. We were able to get enough signal last year to do it. So counts 1-1 here on Johnson. So here comes the 1-1, and that's low. Count 2-1. You need 2 on to have a prayer of a chance if you're the Indians. As here comes the 2-1. And that pitch is grounded to Young, who flips it over to first. A 1-3 put out, and there's 2 down. You have to think Drew Sherwood will be on the mound on Thursday. Lead things off against Cassville. So 2 outs here for Ginger. Now Seneca really needs a big 2-out rally, kind of what Monett did to them in the 6th. Ginger takes called strikes. The count's 0-1. Seneca seems to have all kinds of problems with Monett. So that's high and inside. Count 1-1. Have not beaten them since 2021.
Well, like I said, you've got to beat Monett, and Seneca just didn't do it tonight. They beat themselves.
1-1 is in there for a strike, and Seneca down to their final strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count here on Ginger. Comes the 1-2. That pitch is golfed into center field. Clapper going to come in, try and make a diving catch, and he makes a diving catch out there for the final out of the ball game. It's a 1-2-3 7th. Seneca falls here this evening by a final score of 7-4. We'll be back with the postgame show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District after this, the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half-priced, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And we welcome you back for the final time. The postgame show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca falls to 10-4 on the year. Monett improves to 7-3 on the year. Seneca 4 runs, 7 hits, 6 errors, 6 stranded. For Monett, 7 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors, and they strand 8. Alex Huntress, the win, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned, 2 base on balls, 7 strikeouts. Miles Young with the save. He worked a perfect 7th. Grant Houchin takes the loss, 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 1 earned, 5 base on balls, 3 strikeouts. Drew Sherwood, a third of an inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. And Darryl, just like we always talk about, walks and errors, and in the 6th inning, he got the first 2, and then 2 walks, and things snowballed from there.
Yeah, 2 innings that everything just kind of snowballed out, But don't say it. Monett is a very good team, and Monett, you have to beat Monett. Tonight was like the first night I've seen, and I've watched every game they've played so far. Tonight was the first night I thought that Seneca beat themselves. All you have to do is make the plays, and it's a whole totally different game.
Yeah,
But,
you think about the fourth inning where they gave up 3 runs. You know, you get that runner out at home, things look a lot different there too.
Absolutely, but they're going to hit the baseball. They're going to put pressure on you. You've got to make plays behind them, and we just didn't do it.
I mean, you do have to give a lot of credit to Monett. They had, just as many mistakes, but they were Huntress was kind of able to limit the damage.
Yeah, we got the runs in that could easily won the game. We just couldn't make the plays at the time. And maybe it's this field. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a jinx. I don't know, but it's just they got to rise above. They got to get out there on that field, start taking some infield practice, and getting themselves mentally back in because this one will hurt.
Yeah.
This one will hurt.
And then you got another big one on Thursday at Cassville on the road.
Mm-hmm.
They fall to 10-4 overall, and that's now 0-1 in Big 8 West play. Monett improves to 1-0 in Big 8 West plays. This was the Big 8 West opener. We talk about, this Seneca team hasn't beaten them since 2021. They haven't won a Big 8 West game, really Big 8 game against them since 2013. And so, it's a struggle for them.
It's something it's in their head. I thought maybe they was going to get over it until the 6th inning, and then, 2 outs, 6th inning. I'm thinking, all right, let's get the 7th out here,
third out,
or the 3rd out, in the to get to the 7th inning, and then we got Sherwood coming in.
Yeah,
but it just didn't. All of a sudden, 2 walks in a row, and you know how that's just snowball effect. 3 hits in a row, maybe, something like that, and with an error.
Yeah,
and it just snowball effect, and they've got to, you've got to get together and rise above that, and that comes from practice.
Got a big one on Thursday on the road against Cassville. They've played them once, they beat them once, but Cassville had their top pitcher on the mound, and that one it was, I think, 1-0 through 6 innings before Seneca really got things going in the 7th, and you have to think Cassville probably throwing their number 1 pitcher on Thursday.
Yeah, they've seen him before. He's a good pitcher, and he keeps everybody at bay. And you're going to have to, same thing there. You're going to have to not make the errors, field the ball, play good defense, because they can hit the ball just as well as Monett can.
That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca falls to 10-4 on the year, 0-1 in the Big 8 West. Monett improves to 7-3 overall, 1-0 in Big 8 West play. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. For the coach, Daryl Harbaugh, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Monett. We will talk to you Thursday afternoon from Cassville on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.